We begin first up with the latest on Iran-US negotiations. Well, the negotiators held marathon talks in Switzerland into Sunday night as they worked to launch a 60-day effort aimed at a new nuclear agreement. Mediators claimed that round one ended in progress on several issues, but the progress came after a nervous and tense start. Iran's negotiators walked out of the talks after President Trump issued several threats to Iran, both on his Truth Social account and in an interview with Fox News. They refused to share space and even camera frame with the US delegations. But despite all this, the talks continued by mediators. The two sides discussed implementation of the Memorandum of Understanding and how to ensure that all parties are aligned. In fact, President Trump's comments come as he faces growing criticism at home and abroad over the agreement, and at the heart of this critique is the argument that United States is offering Iran significant concessions while receiving limited benefits in return. The deal immediately eases restrictions on Iranian oil sales. It also envisions the gradual lifting of all sanctions on Iran as part of final accord, along with the release of frozen Iranian assets. Under an interim agreement, understanding the Trump administration would allow Iran access to oil revenues held in Qatar for the purchase of humanitarian and other non-sanctioned goods. The US is also committed to working with regional parties on a reconstruction and economic development plan for Iran worth at least $300 billion. In addition to this, US has even pledged to reduce its military presence in the region and return troop levels to their pre-war numbers. Well, following the talks, Iran moved quickly to highlight what it described as key achievements. Abbas Araghchi said on X that Pakistani and Qatari mediators had helped deliver major progress aimed at ending the Lebanon war. He even went on to claim that Iran had secured waivers for oil as well as petrochemical exports, and that some frozen assets had also been released. Notably, US officials have yet to publicly confirm any of those outcomes. Araghchi's assertions could fuel further criticism of the Memorandum of Understanding, with supporters of the deal, however, who point to a number of commitments made by Iran. Tehran has reaffirmed its position that it does not seek to develop nuclear weapons and has also agreed to destroy or downblend its stockpiles of highly enriched uranium under the supervision of the International Atomic Energy Agency. That is, adding that though the specific implementation mechanism remains subject to future negotiations. Critics also argue that the concessions offered to Iran are disproportionate and reflect a strong desire by the US to secure a deal at the earliest.
Good. Okay. All right. We'll speak to you guys later. Thank you all for being here.